But this is my show, and he betrayed me. He's running for president by himself. Election laws say that he has to be on the show. Well, forget the election laws. I famously don't care about any laws. Except, of course, for making crime illegal, one of my main policies. All right, I'll talk to you later. Okay, see you later, Barack. All right, love you too. All right, fine. Can you calm down for 5 seconds? You're so overdramatic. Hey, folks, it's me, Benedict. I have to let the rat be on my show due to election laws, but I don't like him anymore, so I'm going to be ignoring him. Yeah, play it up, big drama queen. This is YouTuber news. No. Sitting on tape, are you? Haven't even got the budget for a chair. Maybe use that tape to... Oh, stop it, please. Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau have revealed how much her engagement ring costs. James Charles ended up on a live stream with PewDiePie of all people. Shane Dawson has revealed the first details of his upcoming documentaries. And of course, it's the return of YouTuber Watch. Who'll it be this week? All this, plus I'll fist fight a 1974 Lamborghini Countach and lose. Hosted by me, Benedict Townsend, and brought to you by PopBuzz, the only website that exists solely within the imagination of Tyler Joseph. Oh, Tyler Joseph is the lead singer of Green Day, which is a popular skateboarding troupe. Our first story, Tana Mongeau and Jake Paul are engaged, as you'll know if you're an avid viewer of this YouTuber news. When I say engaged, what I really mean is engaged. Hey, Tana and Jake are engaged. Okay. No, seriously, they're gonna get married. Okay, buddy. Did this joke last week, I don't know why I'm doing it again. The point is they're apparently engaged, and this week they revealed how much the engagement ring cost. And Jake is of course worth over $12 million, so you can expect that ring to have a hefty rock on it and be worth as much as 10 baby seals. And how much does it cost? $125. Oh, that can't be right. Baby seals are worth a lot because their blood is used in, you know, like rituals, like dark magic rituals. You know, like when you're like 55 but you want to look 25 for the sake of your YouTube news show, so you drink a lot of seal blood. You know what I'm talking about? Why bring all these school children to visit the set if they're not going to respond to my questions? Stop. Why are they all crying? Get them out of here. Yes, according to Page 6, an American gossip thing, the ring costs $125. It's not diamond, it's cubic zirconia, and it's from a brand called Adina's Jewels. And shout out to Adina and her beautiful jewels. The official description of the ring reads, sparkle in Adina's CZ rectangle cocktail ring. Crafted with a large CZ is cubic zirconia, CZ stone surrounded by baguettes. And I can't figure out if that's a typo in our article or if baguettes is a thing that happens with rings. Anyone confirm this? Nope. Perhaps it's surrounded by bread. Hey, get that bread in the most literal sense. This stunning statement ring evokes vintage Hollywood glamour. Rock it with a satin dress at your next fancy event. Hey Benedict, where are you going tonight? Oh, nowhere, just a fancy event. I love spending my time going to fancy events. Would you like a cocktail sausage, sir? Yes, please, because this really is a fancy event. Hey Benedict, would you like an orange juice? No, get that vile out of there. I only drink champagne from fancy events. Champagne? I've only ever seen it written down. Some people might say that the fact that the ring costs $125, which for you, peasants, would be probably a year's I've got to stop swearing. The fact that it only costs $125 might indicate that this engagement isn't necessarily real, because if it was a real engagement and Jake is that rich and loves wasting his money on things, surely he would buy a very expensive ring. In conclusion, and I think it's a perfectly acceptable and legal and mature thing to say, that anyone who doesn't believe in Jake and Tana's love will have to go through me, and I'll punch you in the face and I'll kick you in the chops, and you'll be liquid on the ground because I'm a yellow belt in karate. Our second story, can you keep it down, all right? You have to be here by law, but you don't have to be so big about it, making all your big noise. Oh, look at me, I've got a podium. I could have a podium, I just can't afford one. Our second story, hey, is James Charles, row your boat? Because this week, he was floating down a Twitch stream, but not gently. I think I have to quit after that joke. I think I'm not allowed to have a job anymore. It's been real. Let's have no one host it. That would honestly probably be better. Hi, I'm Benedict's twin brother Julio. I'll be taking over the rest of the show. James Charles tried to do some streaming this week, and it didn't go that well. His first attempt only lasted a couple of minutes, and he was bullied off the chat by people who were posting little emojis of eggs. Egging each other on, if you will. I won't. But then he made a second attempt, taking part in Minecraft Mondays, which is organized by Keemstar. Don't know who Keemstar is. Certainly not a rival YouTube news guy. I've never heard of him. He was taking part in Minecraft Mondays, and he ended up teaming up with PewDiePie. Name a more iconic duo. You will be able to. Does this signal the beginning of a beautiful friendship between PewDiePie and James Charles? I mean, after all, during PewDiePie's T-Series campaign, his great war against T-Series, James Charles did tweet out that he was supporting PewDiePie. Now, PewDiePie didn't necessarily really respond to that, but James Charles has shown in the past that he's willing to support Felix. So could it be that he'll appear on Felix's channel and do his makeup? I would say the chances are less than zero, but it could happen. And that's what news is all about, talking about things that haven't happened and that won't happen. Things have been really hard for me lately because I've been going through puberty. Hit me really late. I am now 6'5", shot up overnight, basically. My voice broke. Had my first period. No, that's just what happens when you go through puberty. You just bleed from there. Boys and girls. Well, why else is there just rivers of blood coming out there? Really? And it's 999 3 times is the number to call? I've never heard of this before. Is this new? That's really cool. And they'll bring an ambulance to you. Well, before, if I had a medical problem, I would just, go to sleep for a while, and when I wake up, it was usually fixed. Our third story, Shane Dawson has finally revealed some details about his upcoming documentary series. And I'm saying series, plural there, because he's got more than one thing in the pipeline, so get hyped. Line. First up, we have his documentary, The Ugly Side of the Beauty World, which is going to be about the beauty world. As we know, Shane is working on a palette of his own with Jeffree Star, so we figured that will probably factor into the show. Shane said, quote, "The Ugly Side of the Beauty World series is coming in the fall, and possibly something else will come in July. Some stuff happened that threw a wrench in the conspiracy series, but I'll explain soon. But the series in the fall is a lot, so trust me, you'll be sick of me by the end of the year." Oh, Shane. We're already sick of you. I'm just kidding, he's a nice man. Shane has also explained that the idea he had for the conspiracy series has now been sort of merged with the beauty series. So to recap, you have the Ugly Side of the Beauty World series, which is also kind of going to be a conspiracy series, and then you have this thing in July. And if the person just off camera does not stop making noise, I will hurl the rat at them. And was I fired from my previous job for anger-based issues? I was. But to be fair, that zoo shouldn't have hired me if they knew that penguin was going to be a little all the time. You ever punted a penguin over a fence? No feeling like it. Now it's time for YouTuber Watch, a popular segment of the show where I zero in on one YouTuber and tell you what they got up to this week. And this week we're going to be doing, Luke Cut Forth. It's time for a Cut Forth moment. Hi, welcome to Dan How Watch. I'm Benedict Towns. Damn it, I've done it again. When you do something so many times, it becomes muscle memory almost. Well, I was very excited for that Luke Cut Forth moment. Luke actually went to The Hague this week, charged with war crimes, but I suppose we can cover that on next week's episode. Let's do Dan How Watch, because Dan is, of course, running for president in 2020, along with me, Benedict Townsend. Let's make crime illegal. Let's ban people. If we just ban all people, then all our problems will be solved. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, sorry, hand up, Benedict, I'm actually a people, and I'm worried that I will get banned, and you will. So vote for me, please. And I'm also required by law to let the rat speak for himself briefly, so off you go. Carbon emissions, The EU zone, War with Sweden. Portugal's not a real place, it exists in our minds and hearts. So just your usual stuff then, thanks for that, rat. And now we'll go live to Dan How, who again, legally, has been allowed to make a party political broadcast on my show. It seems that the camera's broken, so I think we're only getting audio through. Dan, what do you have to say?
Thank you for finally letting me be on Dan How Watch. As you know, I am running for president. Once again, I'd like to emphasize, my name is Dan How, and I would like to make all crimes legal. Hooray for crimes!
That was quite a dumb thing for Dan to say. He might have just helped my campaign out a little bit there. Let's check in with the polls. All right, Benedict Townsend, minus 25% of the vote. Okay, not too bad. Dan How, 40% of the vote. That's pretty good. And then that's everyone, so it's fine, we'll do the rat. 300% of the vote. It's not even mathematically possible. This charismatic rat has done it again. This has been Dan How Watch, and in many ways, it hasn't. What's that, rat? You're working on a campaign ad, and you're going to upload it to the YouTuber News YouTube channel, and it's coming soon. Stop repeating everything you say. Well, I'm scared to see that, but I'm sure it won't be very good. I'm Benedict Townsend. This has been YouTuber News, which airs every week on Snapchat Discover and on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed already, you can do so by swiping up on the last snap on Snapchat, or if you're watching it here on YouTube, I'll give you some clicky things you can click on at the end. I'll be back next week with more 2020 updates, YouTube news. I always forget that part that this show is meant to be about YouTube news. The finest, freshest, week-old YouTube news, and I'll be revealing what Dan Howell's gemstone is. Is it quartz? You'll have to watch to find out. And look how tiny I can make my mouth. What a wonderful little show we did today. I'll see you next week, and don't forget to tweet the words yeehaw at PopBuzz to mildly annoy us. Thanks! Now we're in the end screen. Click here to see last week's episode. It's a doozy. Click here to subscribe, best way to get new episodes first, and click here for all the other YouTuber news videos. And until then, I'll name every animal I can think of. Horse. Fish? Is that an animal? Horse? Said that already.